President Biden says he loves his country more than the office of president, and that is one of the reasons why he is quitting the presidential race. Your political reporter Sean Boyd joins us now to talk more on this. And Sean, we're told the Oval Office packed with supporters as he went on nationwide television tonight. His speech solemn and pretty short.
It was also missing some key information. The president didn't explain what had changed to cause him to leave the race now, a little over 100 days before the election, and after weeks of insisting he would not quit. He also didn't address questions about his health or ability to continue to serve. Instead, he talked at length about his accomplishments, from the most significant climate law ever to the first major gun law in 30 years. He said he deserved a second term, but saving democracy, he said, was more important, an indication the president had come to the realization his chances of beating Donald Trump in November weren't good, a conclusion many congressional Democrats had arrived at 4 weeks ago after his disastrous debate.
I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition. You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now.
Many Democrats believe that time was months ago. Now, Republicans are arguing if Biden is not fit to run for re-election, he is not fit to run the country. He did not address that, but he did tick off a long list of things he plans to accomplish over the next 6 months, including one that deals with the Supreme Court. And I will have that coming up at 6, along with what he had to say about Vice President Kamala Harris taking his place at the top of the ticket.
Yeah, more to come for sure. Sean, thank you so much. We'll look forward to your report here in a little bit. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump held his first public campaign rally since President Biden exited the race. A crowd cheered him on in Charlotte, North Carolina. He bashed Biden, accusing him of quitting because he was losing in the polls. And then he came out swinging at VP Harris.
For 3.5 years, Lion Kamala Harris has been the ultra-liberal driving force behind every single Biden catastrophe. She is a radical left lunatic who will destroy our country. If she ever gets the chance to get into office, we're not going to let that happen.
Mr. Trump is headed to Minnesota on Saturday.